जो आज का जो टॉपिक है वो है नंबर ऑफ डिजिट्स इन द स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ ए नंबर. What does that mean? It means that how can we know the number of digits in the square root of a number without finding the square root actually? That means if you are given a number, say for example 2304, this is a number, and you are asked to find the number of digits in the square root of this number. What is the number of digits? What is the number of digits in the square root of this number, right? तो हमें क्या करना है, इस नंबर का जो स्क्वायर रूट है उसमें कितने डिजिट्स है, राइट? सो एक मेथड है, या तो हमें स्क्वायर रूट निकालना है. हमारा क्वेश्चन यही है कि वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट द नंबर ऑफ डिजिट्स इन द स्क्वायर ऑफ दिस नंबर विदाउट फाइंडिंग द स्क्वायर रूट. एक्चुअली इसका स्क्वायर रूट हमें नहीं निकालना है. ओके, सो विदाउट कैलकुलेटिंग the square root of this number, we have to find out the number of digits in its square root. Okay, so what will we do? We will take this number and divide it into pairs. Okay, so there are two pairs. This is one pair, this is another pair. One pair. So there are two pairs. Based on this, we can say that since there are two pairs of numbers in this number, the number of digits in its square root will be 2. It's not the square root, but it's the number of digits. It's the number of digits in the square root of this number. Okay, let's take the example, another example. Say for example 5, 7, 6. Okay, make the pairs. This is one pair, okay, and this is another group, right? This is not a pair, but this is another group. So there are two groups of, okay, so there are two, one pair and one single number. Okay, again there is a two digits in it, in its square root. See for example another number, for example we will take another number 39065. Okay, let's make the groups. The group must contain a maximum of two digits, 1, 2, 3. So there are three groups, three pairs, 1, 2, 3. So number of digits will be 3. Okay, this is very simple. So we can calculate the number of digits in a given number without actually calculating the square root. Okay. Now let's take another aspect. So that is, if you are given, if you are given with a number and you are asked what least number should be multiplied to that number to make it a perfect square. Say for example, see this is a number 288. Okay, so you are asked, this is not a perfect square. 288 is not perfect square, but you have to make it perfect square by multiplying or dividing a least number. So you have to find the smallest number which can be multiplied or divided with this number to make it a perfect square. So what will we do? So first we will factorize this number. So factorization is done in this way. 2 1s are 2, 2 4s, 2 4s, 2 7s, 2 2s, 2 3s, 2 6s, 2 1s, 2 8s, 18s or 16, 2 8s or 16, 2 9s, 3 3s. Okay, these are the prime factors of 288. So factors of so we will solve this like in this manner. Factors of 288 is equal to 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3, right? So these are the factors of 288, right? Okay, then let's try to make the pairs of these numbers. 2 into 2, they form one pair. 2 into 2, they form another pair, and 3 into 3, they form another pair, and there remains a single number in the form of 2. Now what will we do? What will you do in order to make this perfect square? These are the factors of this number. Okay, so since 2 is only once, these are in pairs, these are in pairs, and there remains only 2, which is only once, right? So if we multiply another 2, say if we multiply 2 here, so that means it is, when we multiply 2 here, okay, so that means we are multiplying 288 by 2, right? So when we make this 2 in the form of a pair, right, so this will make this number a perfect square, right? Also we can say that if we divide this by 2, okay, this will cancel each other, and then there will remain the all the factors will remain the pairs. Okay, so in both the ways, either we have to divide 2 or multiply 2 in order to make this number 288 a perfect square, right? So by multiplying 2 we get a number. 2 8s are 16, 2 8s are 16, 17, 2 2s are 4, 5, 7, 6, which is a perfect square. Okay, you can check it out by finding okay, you can see here this 506 to 576 is a perfect square. 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12, 12 2s are 4, and 2 1s are 2, 24. This is the perfect square of 24, right? Okay, then if you divide 2 to this number, you'll get 144, which is also a perfect square. So we can say that either we have to multiply this number, so least number is 2, it can be either multiplied to this number in order to make a perfect square. It will become it will change into this number, or we have to divide this number by 2, so that will change this number into 144. In both ways this number becomes a perfect square. So this suggests us that 288 should be multiplied by 2 to make it perfect square. The number becomes 500. In that way, 576, or 288 should be divided by least number 2 to make it a perfect square. So the number becomes, in that way, number becomes 144, right? Let's take another example. Say for example it is 845. So what least number should we multiply or divide to this number in order to make it a perfect square? This is not a perfect square, okay, so we have to find the least number that should be divided, okay, to this number in order to make it a perfect square. So first and foremost, what we have to do is to find the factors of this number. Okay, so factors of this number. So you can see that you cannot start with the 2. Okay, so let's start from the 5. 5 1s are 5, 5 6 are 30, this becomes 34, and 5 9s are 45. Then it is a prime number. 13s are 169. The factors of this number are factors of 845 is equal to 13 into 13 into 5. So either in both ways, see 13 and 13 make one pair and pi is only once. Either we have to multiply this by 5 so that the 5 also will become a pair, okay, or we have to divide 5. So in order to eliminate this 5, so that there remains 2, there remains the 2 13s, right? So we can say that 845 should be divided by 5 to make it 169, which is a perfect square. When we divide this by 5, that will change this number into 169, which is a perfect square. Or we have 845, it should be multiplied by 5. Okay, when you multiply this number 5, it will become 5 5 is 25, 5 4 is 20, 22, 5 8 is 40, 5 8 is 40 and 42. It will become 4225, 5 5 is 45, 5 5 is 25, 5 4s are 20, 22, 5 8s are 40, 42. It will become 4225. So to make it 4225, which is a perfect square, right? Okay, so this is how you can find out the least number, okay, that should be multiplied or divided to a given number to make that number a perfect square. In the next topic, we'll be talking about cubes and cube roots. In that, we'll first try to understand what is cube root, and then we go through the methods of finding the cube root. Find the cube root through factorization method, then estimation method. We'll be talking about also the number of digits in a cube root, right? A cube root of a number. Okay, so that will be taken care in the next video lecture, right? Till then, Khuda Hafiz.